This is a town to be feared. At night, as soon as the bell is heard, everyone must immediately go home and close their doors. Even the restaurant is open for business, will expel customers to leave. Who does not obey the consequences are unthinkable. Everyone's home must put a talisman like this, because at night when something will appear. At this time, a mother and daughter are at the door, anxiously waiting for the man back home. But the man was already drunk in the tavern. The woman, who did not see her husband return, could only begin to do a good job of protection after closing the door. The daughter, on the other hand, was ready to go to sleep after praying. Suddenly, there was a knock on the window.
Megan? It's Grandma. Come to the window.
But I'm not supposed to.
It's okay. I won't tell. It'll be our little secret.
Do you promise?
I promise.
The child is simple and does not understand the horror of this. She opened the curtains after the old man, then said he was lonely and could he be let in.
See, I can come in.
By the time the mother arrived, it was too late. The next day, the man was ready to go back, but the door of the house was already standing full of neighbors. For his part, the man thought it was some kind of good day and realized something was wrong.
I didn't... You got kids? You nail the window shut. You nail the motherfucking window shut!
When the sheriff walked out of the room, the sheriff angrily pulls the man inside. He was very sorry when he saw the scene of his wife and daughter's tragic death.
A man protects his family, Frank. A man protects his family.
In a fit of rage, the sheriff then explained that his assistant immediately locked him up. Just when the crowd held a funeral tribute to the mother and daughter, then the town came up a car, but also make everyone nervous. The sheriff immediately told the residents,
You all remember what it was like for you. Leave these people be. Kenny and I'll handle it. Okay?
The man just wanted to ask for directions, but the people passing by did not seem to hear him. At this point, the sheriff came up to answer the question. The man, who had no cell phone reception, was trying to ask where the road should go. The sheriff showed the man the way. When the man went away, the sheriff's expression but instantly changed. Such a bizarre situation. I do not know if you have ever met. The family drove an RV to prepare for a perfect vacation, did not want to come halfway, encountered a fallen tree blocking the road. When they got out of the car soon after, they found that the sky suddenly gathered a lot of crows hovering. The bizarre situation made the family nervous, and they could only quickly get into the car and turn around for other roads. But their cell phone suddenly lost its signal again, which is why they came to this town. The man tried to go up and ask for directions, but strangely enough no one took him up. Only a sheriff came up and showed him a way. After the man returned to the car, the woman thought these people were very strange. Soon they left the place, but they didn't drive long. A sidewife seemed to notice that they had circled back to the original town. When he asked the passerby for directions again, he didn't get an answer either, as they were passing by.
You think they're ready?
Go ahead, get the strip.
The woman began to get nervous and blamed the man for driving too fast and missing the intersection. But the man said in a depressed voice that he was just driving 30 miles per hour. Suddenly a car came in front of them. They were about to stop and ask for directions, but accidentally dodged into the woods. Fortunately, no one's life was in danger, but the wife had passed out. The son was stabbed in the thigh by a steel bar. The daughter was flashed to the waist, and he was stuck in a large tree and could not get out. The sheriff on the other side was preparing to lay out the nails for them to stay. That's when an injured man came up and begged for help, saying there had been a car accident over there. After setting up the rescue work, the sheriff is the first to rush over. The crowd also followed the rescue. After arriving on this side, there was a man who had fainted in the black car, was still alive, and the situation was a little complicated on the side of the family of 3. Soon, they will be a family of 3 were rescued one after another. One of the children was seriously injured, could not be rescued in time, but now only 40 minutes before dark, those monsters will soon appear. They know that they may die here, but in order to save people, they have no other choice. After the discussion, the sheriff and the nurse stay to rescue. The others are to send the 3 people back as soon as possible. The sheriff told the man that he had to send his wife and daughter away first, because there was no way he could explain such a situation.
I don't want to bury any more kids.
The man is half-heartedly accept the advice. After reassuring his wife and daughter, he went back to the car first. The sheriff began to hang up the amulet, tightly closed all the doors and windows. The man's puzzled eyes began to have a multitude of unease, but can only choose to believe. A few people on the other side just returned to the neighborhood with punctured tires. It was almost nighttime, and the monsters soon appeared. So several people could only quickly get out of the car and run back with 3 people in tow.
No matter what you hear, you do not stop. You understand me?
The child suddenly drew course because of the severity of the injury. Several people were already tense atmosphere, and outside came the horrible screams of the monsters, and I do not know what is the situation on the side of the other few people.
They're coming.
In the dark, a group of people are fleeing like crazy. Because the town is longest to the dark, there are things appear. After hearing the Pope, the room immediately tense up.
What are you doing? Open the door!
Those aren't our people.
Ellis is out there! What's wrong with you?
I can't. No.
The crowd right at the door is anxious to go in and hide, but still no one opened the door. At this point, the monster has appeared.
Put the gun down and open the door!
You have to let anybody in here. Never open the door after
I
dark.
know you're scared. Are you really gonna let these people die?
Just when the girl was about to be confused, the boy came up and fired a shot, but the bullets didn't work on them. It was a good thing that the door at that point also opened, and the people escaped. But those who were saved were immediately tied up. They did not know whether the outsiders were the incarnation of the monster. A few of the sheriff's men on the other side were also surrounded by the monsters. Because the monster had a protective amulet, the monsters could not enter, but they did not dare to relax for a moment. The monster then began to snub them.
Is everyone okay in there?
They're back. No. Wait.
They came back for us.
Are you gonna let them in? No.
Why are we waiting?
I'm not letting them in.
I'm gonna help them in then.
Jim, no!
Finally, the sheriff could only subdue the man, hoping he would understand. After a while, the man slowly calmed down, and now he could only choose to believe the 2 who saved him despite the danger. The sheriff only then gave him a slow explanation.
They would protect the houses in town. I don't know why it works, but you got one of those, you keep the doors and windows shut, they can't get in. Never tried it on a vehicle.
This is impossible.
Yeah.
Those monsters still continue to hover near the car. The only thing they can do now is to wait for the arrival of daylight. On the other hand, his wife, who had just been untied, was anxious to fight back and run out to find his daughter. Faced with the man with the gun at the door, she could only sit back down. The person in charge of this side told her that no one will hurt your daughter, because the monster will often be lulled, deceitfully disguised as people around and hunting people here. So everyone is very wary of strangers coming in. Everyone here has the same experience coming here. The men let her get through the night and then slowly understand. The strange thing at this point is that the girl on the other side, who is responsible for taking care of the man, suddenly seems to be possessed by the devil. She was reassuring the man a few minutes ago. It's not your fault. And the next second she was just killing him and opening the door to the room. When an unaware nurse arrived, she was stunned to see the scene in front of her. Just as they were trying to escape, the monsters had appeared in front of them. Like and subscribe to watch more videos like this, and don't forget to turn on your notification. That really helps my channel. Thanks for watching.